What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today I got the key to one of the most underrated SUVs on the market right now, the brand new 2025 Maserati Grecale. So I called this car underrated because everyone talks about the X3, everyone talks about the GLC 43, but no one talks about the Maserati, and this car might be better than its competitors. This car is Italian artistry at its finest. There's not a single other car that has the presence of this Grecale on the road. Start off with the exterior of this car. Let's look at these headlights. These are actually the brightest and longest projectile headlights you could possibly get on a car in North America. If anything's brighter than this, it's illegal. These have to come with auto high beam headlights, so if there's a car they turn off. I'm moving down over to the grille right now. If we take a close look at the Maserati emblem, this is actually the radar cruise control panel. There's no ugly brick on the bottom. It's been designed into the emblem, which looks really good. We get the front-facing camera as well and the front-facing parking sensors on this car as well. And yeah, this car is packed with all the latest safety technology. If we look up on top of this windscreen right there, we get the autonomous self-braking, autonomous self-driving, everything you want and expect in a car like this. All right, now moving on to the side of this car, we get black wheel arches, and looking at these wheels, these are 21-inch wheels, one of the nicest wheel designs I've seen on a vehicle. Moving up here, we get the Modena badge. If you do get the Trofeo, it replaces this badge right here. We get 3 vents, black mirror caps, and if you look back here, these door handles are super duper slick as well. It's actually just an electronic button, so once you hit it, the door opens. And then moving over here, we get another Maserati badge. The gas tank is on this side, and yeah, that brings us to the back. A couple more things before we head to the back actually. So if looking at this mirror right here, we get the side facing camera as well, and if we look on this side, we get the blind spot detection as well, which is integrated into the mirror. All right, moving over to the back, we get full LED tail lights that actually help with airflow. The design of the tail lights actually help with the airflow. And then if we look right here, we get the Maserati badge right there, super duper iconic. I really like how they still have that on their vehicles. We got the Grecale badge right there. Obviously, we got the backup camera right there. Gloss black diffuser with quad exhaust tips. And honestly, for a 4-cylinder, this thing sounds pretty good. Another really cool thing about all Maseratis, they start with a point and they end with the point. So if you guys notice this right here, this is the very end of the vehicle. And if we go over to the front, and this is the starting point of the vehicle, this tip right here. So that's just Italian art for you guys right there. That is pretty much it for the exterior of this car. So if we look underneath the hood, this is a 2-liter twin-scroll turbocharged 4-cylinder that is connected to a mild hybrid system that makes 325 horsepower. So let's just take a moment to appreciate the absolute elegance underneath the hood of this vehicle. We got the Maserati logo and the Maserati lettering right there as well. And yeah, we got the crossbar to increase the rigidity of the chassis. But yeah, this thing is just a piece of art. So if 325 horsepower is not enough for you, you could get the Trofeo, which gets the Nettuno 3-liter V6 twin-turbo engine that makes 525 horsepower. And both of these engine options are paired to a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. That is pretty much wraps for underneath the hood as well. So let's take this thing on a drive and actually experience this 325 horsepower. All right, so one of the mics decided it was not gonna work right now, so I'm gonna have to do a voiceover. The other mic did record the sounds of the car, and this car does sound pretty good when it's driving. Alright, just when you get into this car, the presence this vehicle has is just like no other. But even in sport mode, driving through the community, we're not pushing this vehicle at all. It is a super duper smooth ride. The steering wheel is super duper responsive. Coming to a stop, the brake is a little bit touchy, but honestly you get used to it once you're driving this vehicle. The brakes being touchy, that's not a huge thing at all. That's not a downside or an upside. It could be an upside, honestly. But yeah, just getting onto the main road here, we will be giving this car a little bit of juice. Obviously, this car has radar adaptive cruise control and all the other safety tech, blind spot monitoring. The visibility on this car is really good as well. The rear view mirrors are a very good size. The rear view mirror inside the car is good as well. The heads up display is great. The camera's not doing a really good job picking it up, but everything is in reach. The steering wheel is super duper light. It's just a very nice place to be. I don't know what the Italians have done, but this car does not sound or drive like a 4-cylinder vehicle. It's a very, very fun car. Just listen to this again. The ZF8 speed is more than quick. It's faster than you need it to be. It sounds awesome too once it shifts, but giving it more gas going through here, passing power is there. When you're in sport mode, you can just pass anything you want. Like 325 horsepower is no slouch for a vehicle of this size, and I cannot imagine how much faster the Trofeo would be. 525 horsepower in a vehicle like this would be phenomenal. Driving this thing in traffic is no big deal at all. Put this thing in comfort mode, the suspension unstiffens. It's not as stiff as sport mode anymore. And let me talk about the suspension. It is called the Skyhook suspension, one of the most advanced suspensions you could possibly get on a vehicle. There is a bunch of sensors underneath the car that detect bumps before they even happen. The suspension stiffens and it unstiffens according to the road, and it will give you the most optimal, the most smoothest ride possible for this car. Like, the driving in comfort in this car is just an absolute breeze. One of the best vehicles I've driven. So yeah, if you're about to hit a pothole with the Skyhook suspension, it will detect it before and it will unstiffen the suspension so the bump is not as aggressive as it should be. So yeah, comfort is top priority. Driving feel is also another top priority for Maserati. It is a great mix between luxury and performance. And cornering in this vehicle is really good as well. There is not a lot of body roll, especially in sport mode when the suspension is super duper stiff. Even for an SUV taking turns at faster speeds, there is not a lot of body roll. It's really, really good. Alright, we're coming to a stop here, and we're gonna be giving it the beans from a standstill and seeing how this thing could get up to highway speeds once it's stopped on a road. The 0 to 60 time on the Modena trim is 5 seconds flat, which is really good for a non-performance trim. The Trofeo is obviously quicker, but 5 seconds from a 4-cylinder of a vehicle this size with all these luxury features is still very, very good. So yeah, that is pretty much a wrap to the driving of this vehicle. It's a great driver's car. It's a great luxury car. It's a very much a head-turner vehicle as well. And just a lot of power and a lot of fun. Now that we're done with the drive, let's take a look at the interior of this vehicle. Let's actually start off with the key. This key is super duper premium. We obviously got the 4 buttons right here, but it's all leather wrapped and a really, really slim key as well. But let's head inside. Obviously, as I had mentioned before, door handles are electronic. And yeah, they open up just like that. We got this beautiful red interior. This is actually called the Chevron interior, so you can kind of see the style right there. It's gorgeous. That's all I gotta say. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's fire this bad boy up again. Start stop button is right there. Foot on the brake. Let's actually start off with the turn signal sound. The turn signal sound is like nothing I've heard before. Honestly, really, really nice compared to the traditional turn signal sound. But that is a little thing. It is also the same when you turn on the 4-way flashers. Moving away from that, we obviously got the full digital gauge cluster that you can change with the drive mode. So obviously right now we're in comfort mode. Put it in GT mode, it changes a little bit, and put it in sport, it turns super duper nice. The valves opened up, guys. That's so nice. If we look at the steering wheel, it's all leather wrapped. It's super duper nice feel, as I mentioned before. We get all the cruise controls on this side. Drive mode knob right there. Obviously, there's just the 3 drive modes: comfort, GT, and sport. And on this side, we got the phone controls and the screen controls. So you can change up what you want on the top of that screen. So we get the performance option, the navigation, the speedometer, and the trip A, trip B, you're gonna get that, stored messages, and driver assist. That's pretty neat. Obviously down here we got the start stop button, and then if you look up here, we get this beautiful clock that is actually digital. You can actually change that up by clicking this clock button right there. Click that, you get the sport clock, so you get that style. design clock, all the cool features you want in a car. You can actually change it up and put a compass there, or you can put the pedal. So if I actually accelerate right now, you can hear the power, and if I hit the brakes, you can see the brake. That's really cool. And obviously, G-force meter. So this screen right here, obviously got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's super duper fast. It's very, very responsive. You click navigation right here, we get a very nice responsive screen. And then moving down here, we get the Prindle. So it's park, reverse, neutral, and drive and manual mode. So this screen right here is super duper responsive as well. There's a couple cool tricks with this. So if we actually just hold this right here, we can turn up it just like that. It's not like you gotta hit that certain part of the screen. You can actually just put it on any part of the screen you want. Same with the temperature. So you can just do this, and that is just so nice. It's so much easier than just trying to hit that specific part of the screen. And it's dual zone as well, so you can control which side you want to do it as well. These seats are heated and ventilated. Let's actually turn this on because it's 30 degrees outside. It's very, very hot. Heated steering wheel, all the good stuff you want. You can actually control where you want the airflow. You want it to the feet, windshield, or just straight to your face. And for the volume knob, you got it on this side. So you can actually just tap it like that, or you can just do this. That's really, really neat as well. We get a wireless charger right here, which is plenty of room for your phone. So you just put it right there. Open this up just like that as well. You get the USB and a USB-C charger down there. Down here we got 2 cup holders and a center console. We get a Sonos and Faber sound system, all the door controls as you expect out of a vehicle, they're all there. To open the door, you can press this button right there, but there is an emergency release just in case the battery dies on this car. Then moving back to the steering wheel, we got paddle shifters that are pretty big. They're good size on both sides, obviously. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the front end of this vehicle. One more thing. We obviously got the 360 camera, which is super duper high resolution. You can go wide angle, you can go front angle, all this controls is right at your fingertips. The camera is kind of dirty, so it's not super clear, but yeah, these are really high resolution. All right, let's just take a look at the back seat next. Stepping in, seats are super duper comfortable as well. They cushion you really, really nice. You get your own climate control back here with just heated seats, no cooled seats on this fella on the back. But yeah, headroom and legroom is phenomenal. So we get a ginormous panoramic sunroof that opens almost all the way. And then we go down here, we get an armrest with 2 cup holders, and that is pretty much it for the back seat. All right, moving over to the trunk space. You can obviously press a button that is underneath the Maserati logo right there, but if your hands are full, just kick it up like that and the trunk opens. You get a lot of trunk space back here, and you can fold these seats by just clicking that, and they fold entirely flat. Underneath this, you don't get a spare tire, but you get a tire repair kit with an inflator, but that is pretty much it for the trunk. You can obviously close the trunk, or you can just lock the vehicle as well, but if your hands are full, just kick it, and it closes as well. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this review. This car gets overlooked by its competitors. People look at the X3, the GLC, the Audi SQ5, but no one really looks at the Maserati. This car starts at $114,000, and man, you get a lot of features, especially the prestige of a Maserati. You don't get that in any other brand. And yeah, this car is just underrated in my opinion. It's a lot of fun. The Trofeo is even more fun, and yeah, just a great daily driver. So now you guys let me know down below in the comments, would you guys take this, the Grecale, or the BMW X3, or the Audi SQ5, or the Mercedes GLC 43? Make sure to comment down below, and if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. And if you want a Maserati, make sure to hit up Dylan Monroe. He'll get you guys right. If you actually want an Alfa, or even if you want a Ferrari, he is the right guy. So I'll see you guys in another video.